Good morning. It's 11 Eastern Standard Time right here from
Liberia, God says you are on the rise. If only we shall hearken to his command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout.
Good morning. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. I'm a focus there from the Liberia Public Radio, LPR-TV.
This journey will never uphold it forever. And shout for the Lord star.
Welcome to the show. Our name is Master Quiet. It's coming by right there in Monrovia. And we're going to be breaking you this morning here. Welcome to the show. Good morning. So right here from the East Coast, it's 11:26 Eastern Standard Time of the Liberia Public Radio. I'm Alfonso Z, and so in this special, that's the executive mansion there, the official to residency of the President of the Republic of Liberia, heavily been contested by those seeking. So the point has been narrowed down to two presidential contenders, and we are all out there to talk to electors and other folks interest group. Well, Liberia Public Radio, Louis Massaquet is currently in the West African state of the Republic of Liberia, a group calling itself Foundation for Better Liberia. It's an intellectual forum. Let's see here. Let me just break in Louis here, and they are there this morning. We're going to be talking to them.
Good morning, CEO. For your angle, good afternoon to Liberians who are watching. I want to say a pleasant way to welcome all of you to this live broadcast. We are live at the Foundation for Better Liberia. Well, today we brought our cameras to the intellectual view that people from various backgrounds, irrespective of their connections or whatever, they are here today to give their views in related of the election. So I want to say, CEO, thank you so kindly, and we are all here. We are ready. Yeah, Foundation for Better Liberia is one of the intellectual forum in the country. This intellectual forum have been making airways for over the past of years, in terms of flagging the issues, and they are always bringing the bigger names to their platform. Where in which last time the forum hosted 5 presidential candidates before the October 10 election. So Foundation for Better Liberia is a host. It's an intellectual forum that have been in the position in the process of changing the minds of in the world of intellectualism and giving out to the people and bringing what it takes to have all of these things propagator in terms of having the messages as the people want to know. So they bang here, and then CEO will talk to the, I think, the secretary. He's the one standing before the camera, so maybe probably he will give you.
Yeah, let me get a take from the secretary here. This is quite important. We need to answer some questions. Is he hearing me loud and clear? If you can get closer, if you can get much closer to me, so that we have a little brief chat, and then we're going to get the program rolling.
Yeah. Let me do a little adjustment. Hold on.
If you can give me the mic, if you can get the microphone as well, that would be great. Folks, good morning, good afternoon. If you are in Liberia, I am Alfonso Zian. So this is LPR special in the presidential runoff on November 14, talking to in Liberia. This time is the Foundation for Better Liberia. There to get a chance. Are you closer with me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good. Okay. Good to have you. I'm Alfonso Zian. So, what's your name? If you can enter for the benefit of our audience.
I gotta be audible. I'm not getting too clear.
Yeah. What's your name, please? Your name?
Redmond Alvin Q. Joy is my name. Redmond Alvin Q. Joy is my name.
Okay, Mr. George. Good afternoon from Liberia.
Come again?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How you doing?
Great. Good to have you here. Okay, quickly, let's get to the point here. Foundation for Better Liberia. What is it all about?
Oh, come on.
I'm asking the Foundation for Better Liberia. What is it all about?
The Foundation for Better Liberia. You're asking what it's all about?
Yes.
Yeah. Is a electoral forum and a pro-democratic group. It is meant to give the platform to many Liberians, the patriots. This organization is funded in order to help the views of national government, private sectors, in order to have government fit in what to recommend to government those things that are not necessary in our governance system are creating instability. We speak to those things in government and to private sectors. So the Foundation for Better Liberia, as I said, is a pro-democratic group that believed in the aspirations of advocating for the youthful populace in order to have a sustainable peace and stability in our country.
So here, let me ask this question. I know it might sound insane. Does it have any ties with political organization? Do you have ties?
Come again.
Do you have ties with any political organization?
Come again. I'm not getting clear. Be audible.
What I'm asking is, your organization, does it have any political ties with any political organization?
This actually is not a political organization. It's a pro-democratic group. It's a favored organization that support governments, support private sectors. If only the government and the private sectors will work in the interest of the Liberian people. We do not have a side in politics. We bring stakeholders, both from the private sectors and that of government, to discuss a national growth and the recommendations that will push our nation forward. So in terms of politics, we are not specifically support any political party, but we are a favored organization in the pro-democratic group. Gentlemen, please.
Yeah, so let me flip the question. Are you being financed by any political organization? Do you get financial support for any political organization?
No, we do not get any support, and we do not want to get any support for any political institution or other politicians.
because with the issue is that we have a platform. A platform is an independent platform that individuals have the chance, the ability to speak the mind to national issues. So we do not want to have, a politicians or a political parties to be supporting us. Basically, we will not be independence. Definitely will be biased in our arguments, in our deeds, in our actions, in our workings. So we are not supported by any political party leader, a politicians.
So hearing from what I'm hearing is an independent body that does not take any donation from political actors, correct?
Come again.
You do not take money or donation from political actors, correct?
No, we don't take money from political actors. We do not take money from political actors. What we normally do, we give we call politicians. We call politicians when it comes to the Foundation for Better Liberia. What we do normally is that we give them the platform in order to speak to the residents, the denizens of the country, in order to give their views on how government should function. And after the entire process, they leave. So we know that we normally call politicians in order to take money from them. No, we only want because we serve as a watchdog of the citizen and that of the government. So we have the ability to call in stakeholders, politicians to come in order to question how our economy is run, how our governance systems is operating, so that they can give us a way forward.
Okay, good. All right. Hopefully we can talk to other people. Do you think your outreach to the electorate, do you think it resonated with the electors in this going election?
Come again?
I'm asking, do you think your group, Future for Better Liberia, do you think they were able to sell the electoral process in the first phase?
Do you think? I want to come back with a question once again. You much better now.
Yeah. Okay. Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, you much better.
Okay. I'm asking, how well did you do during the first phase of the election? Now we are in the process of the runoff. Do you think you achieved your goal?
In terms of the publicity and meeting up with stakeholders in order to
yes, talking
come
to
again?
the stakeholders. Yeah, talking to the stakeholder. Do you hear from them what you needed, those issues that matters to you? Were they able to address those issues adequately?
Yes, we were able to meet with many stakeholders, political actors. Specifically, we brought in more presidential candidates and representative candidates to our platforms, and they gave us, the way forward of the elections. We were able to carry on publicity, and even as far as debates among representative candidates within the district, and that alone gave a boost that the citizens, the denizens of District 12 and amongst what our lives, who heard the views, the platform, the manifesto that they brought to the table. So if it asked me for what our objectives were met during the first round of the election, I would say yes. The message resonated because we have many stakeholders that came to this platform and they saw their manifesto, and they told us how the government is proceeding, that we need to see reasons in order to vote them, in order they can change some dynamics within the governing systems.
So let me ask you, you being a pro-democracy group yet, were you involved in the publicity of the electoral process as well? Creating an awareness for voters to be able to, you were able to create an awareness in the voting process,
we tried doing that on our own because we wrote the National Election Commissions in order to have all, be inclusive in the issue of the civil voter education. But to no avail, they did not respond positively to us. But because we are a pro-democracy group, we needed our people to know and how to vote in the process. So we did our own civil voter educations, and that created, the avenue that you notice that many people had the allocations in terms of voting and how to cast the ballot paper.
Okay,
To
so
get the National Election Commission.
okay,
Hello.
so here we are. The runoff is about to get on the way on the 14th of November. Is your group makes endorsement after hearing from all of the candidates? Do you come up with endorsement to say this is the person?
Getting you, breaking it.
Are you hearing me now?
You are breaking it. I don't get it clear.
See you right there.
Yeah, I'm hearing you guys. Is he hearing me?
Are you there, CEO?
Yeah, Luis. I'm
you don't watch
hearing you
it?
loud and clear.
Okay, yeah, you are much better than.
Okay, so I was asking Mr. George, do you guys make an endorsement after hearing from the candidates? If it meet your own criteria, do you endorse the candidate?
I get it.
See you right there.
Hello? Okay, guys, just bear with us. Hopefully they're going to join us. That's the group, a foundation calling itself Future for Better Liberia. It's an intellectual forum, and we tend to get from both sides because it is quite interesting to see what is happening in Liberia, the politicians and all of the actors, things that are happening. What are they keeping the conversation to real? We need to talk to ordinary Liberians. I'm Alfonso Zayansot of the Liberia Public Radio and LPR-TV right here in this special. Hopefully they're going to join us right back, and we will be able to have a conversation. And hopefully we can also throw the number out here because the distraction is too much. The distraction is too much. The process now is being narrowed to two teams, two political parties. That's the ruling establishment, the Congress for Democratic Change, and the main challenger, the opposition Unity Party of Ambassador Joseph Newmont Boyka. Let's see here if they can come back here, and I'm going to bring them as soon as surface from backstage. We're going to bring them. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully this will do us well this time. Are you there, Luis?
Yeah, I'm here. See you.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yeah.
Okay, if the guys in the background there, I'm quite sure they are aware of it. They kind of like put it down a little bit too down.
The network is cracking here.
Yeah, I know that's the last name of Liberia. I was asking him whether they make an endorsement after hearing from all of the parties. Do they endorse the political party or not? Do they make an endorsement? Okay, well, folks, just bear with us. The internet service there is very tough here. Let's do a little bit adjustment here. So let's bring this song here by Ambassador Ardent Carving. I love this song here. This song is more or less a patriotic song. So let's bring this song. I will be right back while we're working.
Bless my mama land. Mama land. Bless my mama land. Oh, hell, Liberia, hell, my mama land. Hell, my mama land. Hell, my mama land. Oh, Liberia, God says you are on the rise. If only we shall hearken to his command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout at last, the Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever. Oh, long may it flow o'er land and o'er sea. This journey, Lord, never uphold it forever. And shout for the Lone Star battle. Oh, hell, Liberia, him, mama. Bless my mama, mama, bless my mama. Oh, hell, Liberia, him, mama, him, mama, him, mama. You say what's again become the light. You say what's again become the light of Africa. You say what's again become the light. You say what's again become the light of Africa. You shall eat the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we can bring the folks here. Let me just stop this music a little bit. Let's stop this music a little bit. Let's see what we can bring in the guys. They are still back. Guy, are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it this way here. Mr. George, are you hearing me?
In order to get views from individuals, from diverse political parties, pro-democracy grouping, wherein you guys will give your views as it relates to how you see the elections, the runoff elections between the incumbent President George Monrovia and the former Vice President Joseph Jiman Boakai. So the views will be captured, your view will be captured live on the Big FM and Labyrinth Public Radio. So we ask at least individuals you will come and they ask you the question as it relates to how the elections, you think the elections is going, how the proceeding of the elections, do you think that it's necessary that we keep the incumbents, or it is necessary that we have a change? So the platform is open. We call James Walker the Wall. You can just come close up and give your view as it relates to the elections, the runoff elections.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
Okay, thank you so much for asking. Are you a registered voter?
James Walker the Wall, sir.
Are you a registered voter?
Yeah, I'm a registered voter.
So, did you participate in the last election?
Come again, I guess. I want to put the earpiece in my ear so that okay, yeah, I'm getting an answer.
Okay, I'm asking you. You participated in the last election?
Oh yes, I participated. Surely, I participated in the election.
Okay, so without you telling me who you voted for, hold on 1 second. Without you telling me who you voted for, is your vote in the last one with this one in the row, or will it be the same? If not, why?
My vote for the general election and the runoff will be the same. And I feel that any other thing I would say other than that would be disclosing the individual I voted for, because I'm almost like I should be neutral because I'm part of those that conducted the process.
So have you ever to hear the things that you want to hear as a Liberian that meets your political desire for which you are voting? Are you also aware your vote also have an impact on me and many other Liberians? So do you take into consideration all of that?
Oh yes, because I know it's any leader that come to power now and their policy, the policy that will put in place will affect the life of even those that are in the interior, not only the city, but the entire country will feel. If there's a hardship, the entire country will feel it. If there's good governance, the entire country will go through that process. So I know that my one vote, because without one there can be no two, and without two you can have three, and then the population that we have now, a total registered voter around 2 million plus registered voters, and that's a huge number. So for you to have a better number as a candidate to win this election, it means that you should be able to convince the people, to convince the Liberians, so that they can be able to turn out in your favor.
Okay.
So
before I let you go, tell me because sometimes it's disappointing when the media, we in the media industry, we should have to create this sort of conversation for people to be able to make informed decisions. Tell me 3 basic things that make you to vote the way you voted.
Oh, okay. One, I would say education. is number one.
Okay.
Education is number one. 2, speech, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, I would say security. Security.
Those are the 3 principal qualities you consider for you, which you voted the way you voted.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice talking with you.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure. We will continue to have this until the day of the election. So we're really excited to have you here. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for the effort too, and thank you for the program.
All right. Okay. Let's talk to another person there. I hope we have.
Okay, so we still having people coming with to give more views. See you. Let's go back to the other individuals.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Okay, he's still putting the hair. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Wait a minute. I see you in red. Are you a Barrow man? I'm an IE man.
No, I'm not a Barrow man. I'm a Chelsea fan.
No, Chelsea not in Liberia, man. Your part, I say Barrow IE, they say Chelsea, we're gonna man it. So meaning you're IE man, correct? You want to join my team?
No, if I'm not supporting no team from Liberia. Seriously, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay, all right. Let's have a conversation. Good to have you here. Let me ask you: are you a registered voter in Liberia?
Yeah, I am a registered voter.
You participated in the last election? You voted? You voted in the first phase of the election?
Yeah, I voted in the first one.
Okay. So is your vote in the first round and the vote in the round of will it be the same or not?
Absolutely, there's nothing will change it. It will be the same.
It will be the same. Do you care to tell me why it will be the same? Why you voted the way you voted?
I voted the way I voted. I voted the way I voted because our country is not proceeding well, and we need a serious leadership to bring serious change to our country. Our country has lost every dignity in every aspect that our former leaders suffer for to reach our country that far. The current regime or current government has demolished our country to the lowest and make us, we Liberians, to look like we are not even existing human on earth. Because everywhere we go, we are now looked down upon. Because our country now is one of the most notorious countries when it comes to drugs in the world. So for that, I will remain constant in supporting Joseph Boakai, the former vice president.
So is it a strong political conviction that if Ambassador Boakai is elected as the president of the Republic of Liberia, those issues that you believe in, would they be addressed? Is that your conviction?
Oh yeah, Joseph Boakai is a man with principle. He's a man that is very straightforward. He will not be a president like our current president, who will allow 100 million drugs to enter the country and our government lose that kind of case. Joseph Boakai is a man who served for 40-some years in our public sector. Today, Joseph Boakai still remains a poor man. Today, we have people who consider him to be a poor man because of his life style he is living. He is not rich and he is not a corrupt man. So I believe that if Joe Boakai wins, the issue of drugs, I don't say 100%, it will finish within our country, but at least about 90%, it will be limited to about 10%. And most of our major things that we now suffer in Liberia, number one, we need education. We need good school, good health, good security. And one of our major cardinal reasons and thing is we need a company, we need a job. Not for the government who came in power for 6 good years, wasn't even able to even attract one investor in the company. But we believe, and because of the past working of Joseph Boakai as vice president who went in Malaysia and brought a company called Sendabi, as vice president, we believe that when he becomes president, he can bring a multiple company that we citizens will have a job and have a better standard of living.
Okay, good. What other things that you consider? What other three cardinal things that you think you consider for which you want Ambassador Boyka to be the next president of the Republic of Liberia? Do you
One of
want
the three things that,
economic quote?
yeah, I believe that Joseph Boyka, based on his past interview and past commitment, that under Joseph Boyka-led government, Liberia will be about 90% corruption free. Number two, the war and economic crown court, I believe, will be established under Joseph Boyka. And I believe that the third thing would be that if you are not qualified for a popular position, and not because you see muya, or you say Joe Boyka will win, and you are not qualified. Even if I'm not qualified, I should not enter in the sector or in a position that I'm not qualified for, like the current regime is doing. Where when you go on the sycamore tree and say we are, then you are qualified to become a minister. I believe that Joe Boyka will not do it.
So, okay, quickly before I let you go to speak to the next person, have you heard enough for Ambassador Boyka for war and economic crime code? Is that something? Have you been convinced to that level?
I don't get you well.
I'm asking whether you have been convinced to the level of Ambassador Boyka to make sure that there's a war and economic crime code. Is that something you want as a Liberian?
I told you earlier that I'm convinced, based on his commitment he made to us, that when he becomes president, if a major things, number one would be like tackling corruption. Two, the war economic crime code. Three, that we young people should prepare ourselves, because if you are not prepared, you will not be able to go in ministerial position, not because you see presence of him, not because you go on a ring and son canvassing for him, but people to vote for him. But in doing so, you should always prepare yourself for a better fight, because the fight now, or the country he is about to take over, is absolutely a country that even beyond country that fought war. Because for where this current government I care our country, seriously, even 2005 was better than the coming time Boyka is about to take over.
Okay, thank you so much for expressing your views and opinion right here on LPR and Big FM in the nation capital of Monrovia. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you too.
All right. Today we are doing away with these politicians, stakeholders. We want to talk to ordinary Liberians who are going to be making the decisions, who are going to be given the power of answering to these leaders who are going to be president. Now, let's see who we can talk to, and then hopefully maybe we can even pick some few phone calls as well. Who do we have next there, Louis?
Yeah, the next speaker is in route to be at about this the podium. So let's you're watching, and we want to say we are currently our Foundation for Better Liberia in the Badness Junction on the Japan Streetway. Foundation for Better Liberia is an intellectual forum where citizens on locals from diverse views come here to have their views turn so in other people who are voiceless can have the voice to make the matter authority and maybe have their voices heard on many issues trending in the country and society. So we will get our next speaker and then we maybe have some interaction too.
Okay. We'll be glad when we get that. Yeah, let's see. Who's going to be the next speaker? Liberian head of the presidential on November 14th in the West African state of the Republic of Liberia. Okay, let's hear from my brother there. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Bye.
Okay, good to have you here. What's your name, if you care to introduce yourself?
My name is Mohammed Maurice Tonzo, resident of Sufatre community.
Sufatre community. I live Ghana there too as well, so you are my neighbor. Okay, let's have a conversation here. Let me ask you, are you a registered voter?
Of course.
Are you participating in the first phase of the election?
Of course.
Okay, so is your vote in the first phase and the second phase What is there any big difference?
Pardon me?
Your vote in the first phase of the election, because they have multiple candidates. Now it's been down to 2. Is that the same, or it will be a different way?
It will be a different way.
Okay.
Assured of that.
Way. Okay, that's
course.
quite interesting. Okay, that's quite interesting. Why makes it different? What you hear now, you didn't hear in the past, for which your vote going to be different this time around.
What happened here is that what I'm hearing, I'm not hearing it before, that the other party that are already endorsed, or that are endorsing, or that are waiting to endorse, what they call it, Jose Numa Baka, which is a candidate of UP, which of course tomorrow or October, 15, November 15, of course, he will be a next president of the country. Also, January 1st or January whatsoever, he will be inaugurated as a president in Liberia.
So let me get that record straight. You say people endorsing. Who endorsed?
Yes. I could have already endorsed, I call it a unity party, which of course, we know about that. And I also are hearing that Chavo Gongolo from Nema has already endorsed, I call it.
Hold on there. So wait a minute.
Oh, yeah?
Are you saying your vote is based on the endorsements of political parties and individuals?
No, not that. Even all those political parties couldn't endorse Joseph Numa Baka, who has to be a Senate Barrack of UP. We have a crowd to even defeat President George Manuel Weah without the endorsement of those candidates. Trust me.
All right. Okay, no, that's our little bit concerned. So you tell me about yourself. I'm not talking to the crowd. I'm privileged to talk to you now. What 3 things can you point out for which you will be voting the way you vote? What 3 things are you considering that will determine your vote?
The 3 things I'm considering that will determine my vote.
Yeah.
One is security. The first is the security, because our current president have told us that yes indeed, there's no, everybody should be security for themselves, and which of course in a nation or in a country, everybody depends on government to save life and property, right? Okay, now the second more, and all the sectors that Madam Ellie led government bill before or dispatch or before or leaving before she would leave the power, all the sector have a breakdown. With local health sector are broke down completely. And you talk about security sector are broke down, right? So these are factors that actually that we can vote this government out. These are some of the factors we can vote the government out, really. And now Zogo has trying to take over the country, not even a state of the country, right? So these are the factors actually here we're looking at, or people looking at around the world, not even Liberia alone, that yes indeed, the government is now no more, we are now no more safe in Liberia again.
Those are your concerns.
Yeah, those are my concerns. Look at education sector.
You are also aware your vote we're going to have an impact on me and many other Liberians, because whatever decision you're going to be making, you're going to be giving constitutional authority to those people for the next 6 years, correct?
Of course.
Okay.
And let me tell you something, my brother. Unity Party-led government under Jose Numa Baka, he was not going to be like the present government. You understand? There will be people in that government that will be very much competent. Trust me. You understand? That will be very much competent. For the first place, the player is supposed to know that there will be people in our government that will be very much competent. For the some more year in government, Joseph Numa Baka, there's no corruption scandal. right? Up to now. Then when I hear people saying that Joseph Boga can't give. Look, let me tell you something. Money you can swear for. You hardly waste that one. But money that you can swear for, you can waste it. Their government, they are not suffering for money, so they're wasting it. Any kind of way they feel of wasting it. So we don't let that. Our love, we are suffering. Let me tell you something. So we all can't. Look, it's just hard to say. The level of the Liberian. We are not. Yeah, we can't talk on. Go in a community, you see the level of the people.
I think it is time for us to talk also. We'll be able to make an informed decision.
Yeah, but we're talking about, but we can't talk all right now. And we're talking over the Bible, and also we're talking in the community, right?
All right.
And I will tell you, I was telling now, I'm recruiting. And I'm talking to people. And people, I'm convincing people. Trust me. Most of them from my ethnic tribe.
So, are you voting on the ethnic line or what?
No. What I'm telling you, it will be easy for me to convince my tribes more than any other tribes, right?
Okay. No.
Okay, that one. I'm not talking about. Tribalism, land, but it will be easier for me to convince my people. Because the way I'm able to explain,
the tribal politics will always be there.
No. We'll get away from tribal politics. We got to get away from tribal politics.
Okay.
Of course, we got to get away from tribal politics. But I can show you, my brother. November 15. November 15. That will be. We'll be getting the brand. We'll be getting new president who says Joseph Numa Baka. Trust me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
President Weah is coming my ear.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello.
How you doing?
Nobody. My name is Mr. Donzo. CDC Donzo. I live at Bannerville Junction, District 12.
You say your name CDC Junction? CDC Donzo?
I'm not hearing you clear, Chief.
Yeah, you say why I need CDC Donzo?
Hello.
Hold on. Yeah.
How much you did it?
Okay.
Wait.
So, are you hearing me now?
Hang on, we're doing adjustment.
Just bear with us. Let's hear from those that really.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. You hearing me now? You hearing me now?
Yeah, I hear you now, clear.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I hear you.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Donzo. But people call me CDC Donzo. I live Bannerville Junction, District 12.
District 12. Why they call you CDC
I'm one of the advisors. Yes.
Why they call you CDC Donzo?
Yeah, because I'm committed to that party. And that party is one of the best parties that way.
Why make it best? When you say best, what do you mean best?
If you mean best, the party, you have to see how the party going. Since the president take power, 6 years now, going to 6 years. The promise what the president make, he make almost 80% of that promise.
Name 3 of them. Let me hear you.
Thank you. I'll give you 3. I'll give you 3, my brother. Look at the road connotation. Look at the road from Rubber Field to Rubber Field from ELW Junction. Look at that work what they're doing. Since Liberia became Liberia, we never get that kind of road before. If you can't see it, come to me, I'll pay away the you myself go there, you will see something. Look at the president said that day, since the military being in Liberia, I don't know how many years the military being, we never get hospital for military before. They may pay 14 military hospital. You listen to me? The president went to to the World Cup, working in this country start lying from place to place. The president came, he built a hospital in Papolu. We never think about that kind of hospital before. They call it Emerald Hospital. 100 billion. My brother, I'll give you additional one. You said 3. I'll give you additional one.
Okay.
Look at PSP. Please go low. There are no PSP before. Then they play. So now go people there. And that was small. But go there today. You can't put there again. You will see the best of the best there. Go say PSP, my brother. Go to some areas that go cry town. Football field. Where the children can go and go play. You will see it. Hey, my brother. What the president must do for all? The people are standing at the corner shoe factory. We never have electricity before. We got 24-hour electricity in this country here.
Are you saying, wait a minute, you say you never had electricity?
So I don't know why you want me to give you now. So then the reason the president will be re-elected.
Okay, so what were you saying to those who say that the president, you heard the 2 other speakers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are they on the wrong side of history?
Yeah, this is a democracy, my brother. The 2 sides will not tell them the wrong or the line. But what we'll do now, we'll cancel them. You got to cancel the people to tell them. Sometimes you will hold their hand and go say them what we talk about. Don't matter the other children, what they can't show on them something right here to you. Don't matter children. We are the men. We are the men that we are supporting President. We are. We are not children.
We are men.
But don't matter, people can talk all kinds of to the president. We are. Listen to me. I will not leave Raya and insult Joseph Baka. I will never do that one. Because the woman, you understand what he's doing. So once you are insulting, once you are insulting the woman became vice president 3 years, 52 years in government. Now McCann can't describe vice president. Listen to me. My background, I'm from Akko. Since I call that year, I like when I was living. It came to CDC. Since I go to CDC, I would never leave from CDC. And you see what Akko doing now? What Lucini Camara, I call that Joyma Kun, and what you call all man? Prince Johnson has done to the Maningo community. Our community is divided now. For endorsing President, we are from Maningo community to Maningo community, my brother. Look at yesterday. In the two, the poor endorsed President we are from the Maningo group.
Do you agree with that?
Thank you. You did well. Thank you.
You agree with that?
While we're talking, the Liberian people, let me give you the advice. We will not miss the president. The president, what God gave to her, God sent the president to Liberia to build this country.
Yes.
So we shouldn't miss the president. The president, God will give him more long. God, please, moderator, I beg you. Moderator, I beg you, please. The president, God will give him long left. You know, the moderator want to give me hard time here.
No, okay.
God will give you. Okay, you get a governor now.
Let's go to the different person. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let me give the other message.
CDC,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Let me give the other message to the other boy right here. Thank you. I mean, you don't finish. Give me back.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen.
Yes, Dad. Yeah, man.
What's your name?
Yep. Yes, veteran. To purchase my father's effort. The full work of the president. The president has done extremely well for our country in 6 years. The president has done extremely well in the line of education with our country, free tuition policy, and wide speed. So there's the reason that we are supporting President. We have no regret for supporting President. We have no regret. If you come today our country, you see in Canada, Super community was never having electricity. Oh no, every in 12 years. Kuma people are now having access to electricity for 2%. We have extension of electricity. The Kuma people now they get quarreling. So today we see the United Party people, they are telling all that they are on the pay. And why some of the things we see for them, nothing. Then today again we see him and I get water and sewer drinking it. 2% we are. So Frederick, we have so many things to talk about the president. The president has done extremely well. We need to give me a second term.
Okay,
so
Frederick, let's have a conversation here now. There are also, I say let's have a little conversation. There are other people who are also looking at say the security aspect. Yes, security is not safe. Things are happening. What do you have to say about
it? I get you. Say again.
What do you have to say to those who are saying on this government security is not in tight, people being dying and they are holding the government to responsible? What do you have to say?
Yeah, I say veteran. I say actually, in veteran work for those who are for the party and for the masses. What I can say, we are working together to make it better for the country. So we are one Liberian staying together.
So are you also aware your decision that you're making is not just only for you, but for me and many other? Are you aware your decision, your vote is not just only for you, but for many other Liberians, including myself?
Yeah, I aware, 100% I aware. So the decision I would take, even my mother take the same decision, my brother and sister too, the same decision. Yes, number one decision is everybody's decision. In my whole house, everybody for this person. We are for good work.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, veteran. Okay. Number two, in your brand, come express.
Let's have a female here as well. Good afternoon, ma. How are you? How are you doing?
Hello.
Okay, what's your name? What's your name?
Hello.
Hello. What is your name, please?
Yeah. My name is Angel Brown.
Angel Brown. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm Angel Brown.
How are you, Mrs. Brown? How are you doing? How are you doing?
Well, good to thank God.
Okay, so let me ask you, you voted the last time? You voted in the end of the first phase of the election, you voted?
Yeah, I vote. They're going election. I just passed
You're
for
going to be voting again, right? You will be voting again in the second one, right? The runoff. You hearing me now? You hearing me now?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so let me ask you, your vote the last time and the vote that coming for November 14th, is that the same way? Will it be the same thing? Your vote the last time and that of this vote, will it be the same way?
If I voting?
Louis, can you work on that audio? I think something is not right. Louis, can you work on the audio, please?
Please.
Louis, are you there? Okay, folks, there you have it. Let me put a number out here as well. Let's hear from you, our viewers and follower this morning or afternoon, no matter where you are, from Liberia and from right here in the USA. Let's hear what you have to say. Let me just put a number out here. This is quite interesting. People are giving their views and analysis ahead of the presidential runoff. So let me just put a number right here if you want to call as well, so that you can be able to participate. We try to go out there, not just only talking to these politicians, but those that will feel, those that are really feeling the pain at the pump, so we can hear from them. Okay, all right. So, okay, if you can just work on the audio, that would be good. Or maybe we will try. I know there are a lot of noise there, but let me just put this number here. If you are following and you want to participate into this conversation as well, to speak about your country, let's take this conversation out of the hands of the politicians, because they will always be telling us they can do this, they can do that, but in actuality, at the end of the day, their decisions is all political. So that's the number there, 682. Okay, all right. So I know it's a little bit, it's after, it's 12:30. It's inside Liberia. It should be like a 12:30. It should be like a what, 5:30 inside Liberia. So I know it's kind of a little bit coming from Ghana Bell there. But let me just keep this number on here for a little moment. I want to be here. If you want to call, you can call the number there, 682-433-8802. It's 5:20 in Liberia. You know, there's a change in time now, so it's 5:20 in Liberia, which is 12:21. So it's actually 5:21 p.m. local time in Liberia. The fight for the executive mansion is on. Let's take a quick commercial break, and I will be right back. And we're going to be having these conversations. Let's take a break, and I will be right back right now.
VIP Jewelry Store, located at the Kalando Plaza. We sell gold rings, gold chains, any type of gold jewelry that you want for any occasion. Wedding jewelries, fashion jewelries. Pick from on shelf or get it customized. VIP Jewelry Store is the best in Monrovia. Welcome to Executive Car Rental Services. We have all types of cars that you can rent, from sports cars to sedans to SUVs. We have cars for in-town and out of town, even vans that you can rent. Very modern and attractive, well-serviced vehicles, clean, quality, and comfortable interior. Move like an executive in style. Fully AC vehicles with good sound system. If you're looking to ride with class, this is the place at Executive Car Rental Services.
Wow, so which cars do you want to rent?
Drivers available. Call the number above to rent a car now. Located at Congo Town Back.
Okay, it's Mafonso Z and Sort of the Liberia Public Radio and LPR-TV. We want to thank you so much. We will continue to be having this sort of conversation. I think it is important that we speak to the electorate themselves and how they are going about making these decisions, because ultimately their decision is not just only about themselves, but they are also making decisions on behalf of many people. Their vote, once that vote is cast, it's being counted, and whoever wins it, it does have an impact directly or indirectly. So we need to talk to these electors themselves. Let them get a sense of how they are voting and why they are voting the way they are voting, and not just the politicians, because we will not just get all about that. All is about political correctness, and we need some specifics. So just how we hold the politicians accountable, we must also hold the voter themselves accountable in terms of their decisions that they are making for the country, which of course they have the right to do, but as for us to have this sort of conversation. We think and we strongly believe here at LPR, there must be a national conversation, and people should be allowed to have these national conversations about the country without intruding into their decision-making process, but just to get a sense of how they are voting and why they are voting the way. What are the reasons are they considering, and not just on the voting? So we'll keep having these sort of conversations until the date of the runoff, and we will be involved heavily, talking to all sides. If politicians don't want to come, that's great. We want to also have a dialogue with them in terms of what do they have to offer. This is the building that they want to go in, which of course is the official to residency of the President of the Republic of Liberia. Now it's being squared down to 2 out of multiple candidates: the incumbent ambassador George Weah, Dr. George Weah, and the former Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador Joseph Newman Boyka. In the next coming days, trust me, November 14th is already here. Today is the 6th. We get 8 days to go. Liberians will be making a consequential and crucial decision. That is, they will be deciding for the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Liberia, the chief executive of the land, the person that will sit in the overall office to make decisions to determine the directions of the country. That is huge. It is important. And so when we having this conversation, it is good that we have these conversations in the context to make sure that every Liberians, they are aware, they know, and they must participate. We should not sanction voices. We should not leave no one behind in the conversations of our country, because they are all part of the interest of the country, and their side must be heard. We must respect their views, their opinions. We can differ with their political ideologies, and it is obvious they will not be on one side. Who must be able to have these conversations, and who is in the better position to have these conversations and why they are making these decisions? It is our ultimate goal to play their political minds as to how they arrive at their conclusions. What are they considering into factors for which they are making these decisions for the next 6 years? We have elected the senators and representatives. They will become our Anthony for the next 6 and 9 years. We had the opportunity to dialogue, to have a conversation with all of them. Certainly not. So it is always, now it's being squared down to 2 persons, the incumbent and the main challenger, Ambassador Joseph Newman Boycott of the Unity Party. What other factors people are considering that will impact this electoral process? These are conversations we'll keep having from time to time along the way as we discuss Liberia. And talking about Liberia should not in any way make someone to get in their feelings, because we are talking about a sovereign nation. We are talking about a nation with diversities, with diverse background, different political ideologies. You have over 16, 17, 18, 20 political parties with different political ideologies. They are not coming making endorsement, which of course it is their right to do that. Is their endorsement and their political ideology aligned with those that are supporting? Or are they making these endorsements because they want some sort of political accommodations at the end of the day? And it is a natural phenomenon by any politician, so to speak. It's all interest-based. The interests of these politicians will be fully protected before the interests of you, me, and even the country, because they will want to know what is in there for them. They are taking a risk. People want to lambast them. People want to get back at them. But they are making this decision because what is in it for them. So the concept or the mindset that, oh, they are always speaking for you, not me. No one is speaking for me. I'm able to speak for myself, because they will not tell it all. They will leave some things behind the closets and bring out those clean ones. How many of our politicians in today's politics in Liberia are willing to take the political risk? How many of them are willing to take the political risk? How many of them have disavowed, or some of their people who have made ridiculous comments, who have said other things about other people, and that is not true, it's not right. But each and all of these people embraces their own little alligators, and they protect those alligators. But bear in mind, he who rides the back of the alligator goes into the belly of the alligator. That's who they are. That's who they are. It was bad yesterday, it's good today. It's good today, it was bad yesterday. Those are the political correctness statement argument they manage to get away through. And they are tutor their surrogates, their supporters, then they are speaking that same language, those same tone as well. But we need to have this conversation. We should not and must not allow our people to gamble our future and gamble the future of the country, because they're going to be benefited. And this is why, for those of you who are getting your blood pressure over the roof for those people, it is to your utmost surprise. And you will always be surprised. Politics full of surprises. You will always expect the unexpected. These people that talk behind the dark windows, and when they come in the daylight shade, they profess as if they are so much violently or vehemently opposed to one another. That's not the case. When all of the light goes off, when the cameras are all off, then they smoke that political pipe. And this is why we want to be seeing these endorsements here and there. Do not get surprised. There were people who were very, very much sounding horrible. Both sides, the both Unity Party, the ANC, not ANC, the ruling establishment, the GOL. Both sides, they have their attack dogs. It doesn't work on the other end, the switch carpet and goes on the other side. And that's exactly what we are having right now. And you're going to see more. That's the uncertainty of politics. And this is why it's good to always have this conversation for these people, and that we ask them to tell us exactly who they are, who and what they represent. But it is quite interesting, the politics of Liberia, how it's being played out. People that are also not clean, the judging people. So I do not understand on what basis. When you yourself needs to be fixed, and you want to fix people or you want to question people, it's terrible. But we are in a gullible society. And so people defend and protect their own little folks that they have around the citizens as the big guns now to do all of the dirty work. See what is happening. Mr. Costa yesterday, he's on the other side. Stanton Witherspoon yesterday, they are on the other side. They have created a huge distraction into this whole process. I don't know why that is happening. And I'm not sure who's going to be the victims and the victor into this process. Not knowing these things, that bring into credibilities of some of these people that are contesting for the higher office of the land. Some of these shady thing that was done in cloud. Now someone now try to decode, or they are being decoded. They're no more classified. They're not sticking to the message. They are not telling us how jobs are going to be created. They are not telling us how quality educations will kick in. They are not telling us how the agricultural industry will be boosted. They are not telling us how the infrastructure, how much they are willing to invest into infrastructure. No. Every day there's every other day, every day there's some sort of theater, there's some sort of new movie. I get this one to show. I get this one to show. They were doing it when you and I were in bed sleeping overnight. But that's what happens when no political accommodation is made, then things fall apart. And when things fall apart, what next? May anarchy loose upon the world. That's exactly to what we are happening now. With 8 days to go. What is the new message coming from these candidates about the future, their long-term, short-term, and long-term goal? They're quiet. They are totally silent because their surrogates and their attack dogs are doing the work, not giving us the opportunity to dialogue with these people as to what type of government they intend or will bring into place. But everyone defending and protecting their own. Well, we'll continue to have this sort of conversation. And interestingly, the media, most of the media industry, they have served, they are the mouthpiece of these people, being so much influential. So what is their own political interest as well? Only to come back tomorrow to tell us, knowing what I know now, which of course is awesome to religions of the part on the part of this politician. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have voted this way. Yes, because you purpose not to know because you did not ask all of the questions needed to be asked. Because you were just only pushing the line with the ultimate goal, something is in it for you. So they defended yesterday to the last court of the ballot button. Today they are on the other side. All of them names calling, all of the propaganda's type, the calling name, the dates, the that, everything, they were all fight to the empty all their arsenals, political arsenals. Here we are. They are reconstructing, they are retweeting, they are re-providing new narrative of their talking point. And guess what? It tends to favor those who think they're going to be the victor into this. And it disfavors those who are no longer in that political alliance. We will continue to see all of these things. But overall, let us make Liberians rise. Let us put the interests of the country first. How many of them are willing to do that? The conversation will continue. I want to thank you so much for your time this evening. That was a group calling is a Foundation for Better Liberia. And I think that's the people we need to be engaging, ordinary voters, electorates, so that we will know exactly how they are making these decisions. And we must respect their decision. It's just a matter of them all having the dialogue as to how they arrive at those points. Because we will not hear anything from these politicians. The hypocrisy, this dishonesty, the sycophants, the opportunists with these politicians, some of them should not even be talking about the politics of Liberia because they themselves, their credibility is at stake, and not even at stake. They have credibility issue. They can be trusted. How can you listen? How can someone who has a credibility influence the politics of Liberia? My goodness. When these things happen in the Western world, they are put away. They are quiet. Nobody don't listen to them. You can be who? Nobody will not listen to you. When you are on stage, when it is in your favor, you will do it. Or if you screwed up, you don't. Be quiet. Seek for redemption. Repent. Because you cause harm. That's not the case with Liberia. We celebrate, we cheer up. Liberian politicians hawk and dine with anybody, anything for little or nothing because it's all about themselves. They listened to John McCain at his rally, denounced, disavowed a voter, the person who could have cast that ballot and make him to be the president, but his political ideology does not align with that individual. And he said, and he came out live, he said, this is not what my campaigns represents. This is not who I am. This is not the America that I want to be. It never, and it will never happen in Liberia. Because why? These politicians, they see it as a pathway to their wealth, to riches. So you see the endorsement has become a faction. People who can't even, some of them serve as 6 years, 12 years, and they were unable to solidify their political grip because they turn their backs to their people, to the very constituents that empower them. They turn their back, only to wait in the dying meeting. They said they were running overnight to have a good time with them. And what happens? The people rejected them. They said, no, we know you not. At the time we needed you, you were seen looking back to all. You turn your back. It is time. And I think the Liberian electors are doing pretty good now. They are getting to learn to listen. And that's what we should do. We should speak out to the ballot box. We should speak out when it is time to vote. We should punish these politicians when it is time to vote. No violence. We do not want violence. That's what they do in this country. That's what they do. They'll teach the politicians lesson when it comes to vote, when it comes to election. So you know what? You promise all you're going to do X, Y, Z. You promise all this piece of legislation to get our community, to get our constituent, to even make sure that there's a secondary school in your district. You didn't do that. They want to do it by themselves. Tell me how many of all of those people that were there that were doing things under the canopy, under the cloud of them being senator or representative, they are out. You think, will they go back to do it? So this notion, the concept, the senator doing this, the representative doing this, please give me a break. They are using their power when they should be putting piece of legislation to work with their colleagues to get things done. But they are getting a real good kickback. Over 40 or 50 more, they didn't, out of the 73. Good numbers, significant number didn't return. And then they come in by 360 degrees somersault, some of them making. What moral rectitude? Well, you're supposed to be quiet and go and see where you find yourself or where you fell short. And you say you want to make, why you want to prove? It would sound much more better to me if you were seeking re-elections and won your place and you say you're making an endorsement, then you get the support of the people. But you can't even defend your own household. So who you think going to listen to you? Who going to follow you? 1 or 2%? And I know people have said every vote counts. But there are some people we need to just put them away and put them away for good. Changes does not come overnight. It comes with sacrifice, with some tough decision. There were some people who were saying they approved people's nomination because they were going to be getting something in return. Can you imagine? Who does that in their rightful mind? That's so disgusting. And yet you think you want to have an influence into the politics of Liberia? And so what sort of Liberia do we want to have? Where is the transparency? We want to be selective. Oh, it's good on the side, but it's not good with the side. It is okay to hang out with bad folks, bad dudes, people who needs to be, who needs redemption, some sort of salvation because of their doing, but we brought them closer. And then you want to seek for transparency? How? Where is the correlation with that? Where is the connection? But we're going to see more of this. Well, folks, we're going to do it. That is quite interesting. We'll see what is happening in Liberia. What is it? 1 many days more? 8 more days. Today is the what? The 6th. I want to see more of that. Until then, I'm Alfonso Z, and so the Liberal will be here. We're going to be here this evening. We just sort of get into some feedbacks to these pro-advocacy group, who they are, what they represent, their own political philosophy, so we can have a conversation with them. Until then, Liberia is the best of all, and we must do everything possibly we can to make sure that we do what is right for the good of the country. Until then, have a pleasant afternoon. It's 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be signing out, leaving you with this beautiful song by Minister Adam, Carvin Adam, right?
Everything the enemy has stolen, all Liberia, God said He will restore. Your pride, your dignity, even your resources, God said He will restore. You shall once again become the light. You shall once again become the light of Africa. You shall once again become the light. You shall once again become the light of Africa. You shall eat the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land. Hey, you shall eat the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land, the fruit of your land. Hey, and never will you be strangers in your land, strangers in your land, strangers in your. Oh, hell, I be a him, mama. Oh, bless Liberia, bless my mama land.
I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It can be now that it will be this week.
Oh, well, I can get there.
Yeah, man, people get stuff. I get the other thing right now. That thing that they on there.
And that's just the hard way.
Yeah, I got $50. I can manage with $50. If I get more than that, I will give you more.
Yeah, but you get 50, then I said to her, just to take 50, then on the nice way, you can give it to her.
No, I mean, this week, actually by Friday, I can give it to you.
Yeah, so when you get it now, then you can get, you don't give it to me, because you can send something because you, I don't know what you plan now, because you want something that we don't know.
Okay.
Okay, you got myself.